Hi, everybody. All right, so for our final video of the school year, we're going to focus on the remaining domain or topic within AVMR 1, which is number, words, and numerals. So I just want you to keep in mind that a lot of this work involves counting sequence, both forwards and backwards. And for those teachers who are in maybe some of the upper grades where your students are, their work is more focused around multiplication and division, I want you to think about how you can apply some of these same activities to skip counting by a certain multiple. So you might have students who are working on learning their times 3 facts, and you could do some of these same activities with skip counting, multiples of 3, both forwards and backwards. So yeah, that's that. And put a little plug in for AVMR 2 if you want to learn more about multiplication division and some of that important conceptual place value work. All right, here we go.
So number, words, and numerals includes the development of 3 main things. The forward number word sequence, which includes knowing that number right after a given number. The backward number word sequence, which includes the number right before a given number, and numeral identification. The development of these 3 topics is laid out pretty clearly in your manual. Each of them has a progression of 5 levels. So we'll begin with the forward number word sequence and backward number word sequence. This refers to the ability of our students to count verbally, or what we might think of as rote counting. It does not include that one-to-one correspondence or counting a collection of things. So I know a big takeaway I had from AVMR 1 is whatever we do forwards, we have to do backwards. Oftentimes, we put a lot of energy and effort into helping our students count forwards. It's also important to do some work with counting backwards so that we can support our students' understanding of subtraction. So I'm going to go through some examples with you, with my daughter Lucy, some instructional examples, and just keep in mind that these activities can be done for both forward and backward number sequence.
All right, we have Lucy back with us today.
Hello, teachers.
And we're going to be working on some backwards counting, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So to get us started, do you have a joke for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why was 10 afraid of 9?
Why was 10 afraid of 9? I don't know. Why?
Because 9 ate 7.
Ah. All right, Lucy. So I want you to start at 84 and count back until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. So 84.
Okay. 83. 80. Hang on. 82. 81. 70.
70. Okay.
71. I mean, no. 79. 78. 77. 76. 70. Hang on. What was I at?
You were at 76.
75. 74. 73. 72. 71. 60. 69. 68.
Good. We'll stop there. Thank you.
There are some instructional tools that are really helpful in supporting your work with students in number, words, and numerals. I will talk a little bit more about this chart in a moment. These cards here were included in your AVMR 1 kit. Unfortunately, these other 2 materials were not, but they are available for purchase. This is called a numeral track. This is called a numeral roll. And I've included a link to purchasing those there if you're interested. You will see me using all of these materials in my video with Lucy, but feel free to reach out if you have any further questions about them. A 100 chart or 120 chart can be a helpful teaching tool. However, it has its limitations, especially when trying to support our students' development of that forward and backward counting sequence. So go ahead and take a moment, look at this chart, and have a discussion with someone near you about why this is limiting and what a better option might be. Go ahead and turn and talk, please. All right, thank you. Please wrap up your conversations. So we're going to take a look instead at a similar chart that goes from 0 to 99. The big difference is when you compare a row here, a traditional 100 chart starts at, like this row starts at 31 and ends at 40, where on a 0 to 99 chart, the whole decade from 30 to 39, that whole decade or number family is included, which is really helpful for our students to see that whole pattern of counting. This chart also includes the number 0. 0 is kind of a tricky thing to conceptualize for our students, and it's not something we usually say when we're counting, but it is important in seeing that pattern of counting. One more thing I would change about this, if I could, both these charts, is the direction of the numbers. So ideally, it should be reversed. If you think about numbers as things grow, as we build things or make a chart or a graph, numbers go up, right? Which is a little confusing the way a hundreds chart is structured now. I've run into some issues with this when trying to support my students in adding 10 or taking away 10. So just some thoughts. I have included some links to these charts and some more information about that in that spreadsheet that was shared with you earlier.
Okay. So all the way down, we see zeros, ones, twos, threes, and so on, right?
Yeah.
And you said this looks a little different, right, than the chart
Yeah,
you've seen?
because like it's a little longer.
It's a little, oh, it's a little longer. You're right. Yeah. So this is a chart I have that keeps our number families together. Okay.
What are number families?
Great question. It's like I told you to say that, but you didn't. Okay. Number families are numbers that all start with the same number. Okay. So we have, I'm going to start right here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We call those our teens, right? These up here I usually just call our ones.
And these are our 20.
Ah, good. What's this family right here?
60s.
Yeah. What's this family right here?
80s.
Nice. Okay. So I took this chart and I cut it up. All right. And I'm gonna start with this one here. What number family is that?
90s.
The 90s. Cool. So if I wanted to know the number family that came before, what do you think? What number family do you think comes before the 90s?
Well, I know a strategy.
Oh, go for it.
Like, you could, like, count, and then, so, like, you could count, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on.
Uh-huh.
Or you could count backwards.
Okay.
So 10, 9, and then 8. So I think it's 80.
Ah, okay. Let's see if we can find that in here. Maybe you'll see it before I do.
Right here.
Nice.
It's a race.
It's a race. Oh, it's competition with you, isn't it? Okay. Look good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take and put this one right here. Okay. I want you to, let's start at 92 and let's count back.
Okay.
92.
91. 90, 89, 88, 87, 86, 85,
Keep going.
84, 83, 82, 81, 80.
Okay. Thank you. What numbers family do you think is going to come before the 80s? It's going to come up here.
I think it's going to be 7. Because before 8 comes 7.
Before 8 comes 7. So before 80 comes
70.
All right. Can you see it?
Pop.
Right.
And then we put it together.
Okay. All right. So this is what I had you do for counting. I'm going to connect them. Okay. Now, when I heard you count, I think you said 84, 83, 82, 81. And you stopped a little bit and you said 70, which was really smart thinking because you were thinking about the number family or the decade that came before. What do you notice though? What comes right before 81?
80.
Yeah. And what comes before that?
79.
70. And remember that 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right?
So,
Nice.
so this would be 0 if this was a ones.
Yeah. Exactly. That's
Because like this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Yeah. So like 0 is right here. 1 is right here. 2 is right. 71, 70, 69, 68, 67.
good. Stop right there. Okay. So we could keep going and we could put this whole number puzzle back together, right?
Yeah.
Just like that. Thinking about the family, the decade or number family that comes before. Awesome job.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ready? So this number chart, I have another version like this. Okay. And let's see, I'll just pull this up so everybody can see. Every other family is yellow. Okay, so it goes white, yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow, right?
It's a pattern.
It is a pattern. And that's just to help us really think about when we cross over from one decade or family to the other, because that's the hardest part about counting.
What does decade mean?
Oh, good question. Decade is 10 numbers altogether. So a number family, like we said, the 40s, right? Let's look at the 40s. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49 is a series of 10 numbers that all start with 4, and that's called a decade. Okay? Also, 10 years is called a decade.
10 years.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, ready? So I have this kind of cool thing. This is called a numeral roll. Okay, and it's the same idea like this.
Except it's like straight.
It's straight, exactly, and it's all attached. Okay, one side has all these numbers, and it starts at 1 and goes all the way past 100 to 100. Okay?
That's a bunch.
That is a bunch, you're right. Okay, ready? So, what number family or decade do you see here? Starts right there.
80.
Okay, so this is the 80s family. Okay. What do you think is coming right behind it?
70.
The 70s? Okay. I think we'll find out. Here we go. All right, let's start. I'm not going to have you count the whole thing. Let's start at 85 this time. Okay, ready? 85.
84. 83. 82. 81. 80.
What do you think is going to come right there? You told me the 70s, right?
79.
Okay, I'm going to pull it. Let's see. Ta-da! Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep counting. Okay, ready? 79.
78.
Keep going.
77. 76. 75. 74. 73. 72. 71.
Okay.
I was correct.
We're not quite done yet.
70.
70 starts our decade,
Yeah,
right?
because like the tens numbers always start at the beginning, like just like 0.
Just like 0. Love
And
that
then-
connection.
Hello, we're back.
You ready? I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. I have some numbers. I would like you to put them in order for me.
Okay, so
How can you double check that these are in the right order?
because like it starts with the 80s, so 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94.
Nice. Did that sound like counting?
Yeah.
Sound like forward counting, right?
Mhm.
Okay. We are practicing our backwards counting, right? So we're going to do something. This is an activity called disappearing numbers. Whoa. Okay. So we're going to start here and count backwards. And then I'm going to make some numbers disappear. Okay, ready?
Okay,
Okay, start here. Go ahead.
94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87.
Okay, close your eyes. Open them up. Go ahead.
94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87.
Okay, close them.
I'm not peeking.
I trust you fully.
Okay.
Ready? Open them. Okay, this time you point as
Okay.
you go. Okay.
94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87.
You want to check that one?
Yes.
You feel good about that?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Close your eyes. All right, go ahead. Oh, point.
94, 93, 92, 91, 89. Hang on. What was I? What was this one?
91.
90, 80, 89, 88, 87.
Wow.
It's getting trickier
It's getting trickier, isn't it?
because more and more disappeared.
All right.
All right, I'm running low on time here. So there's one last activity I did with Lucy. I linked it into our AVMR spreadsheet, activity spreadsheet, so you can watch it if you want to. Basically, it involves mixing up 10 numbers and putting them in order. And I like to have students count as they go. So here I have her doing the backwards sequence. I set out 94 to get her started. This idea kind of came from two places. The game Treasure Hunt, which is fantastic. You'll see that afterwards with some videos that Kristen Emery put together. And also there's a game played in Kindergarten Bridges where students put together 1 through 10. So that is linked there. And again, be sure to check out those treasure hunt videos afterwards. And you see this poster here. This is something I made because I'm just a little extra sometimes. But also it really helps to help keep all these cards organized. So I put a link to that also in that document. And you can order a beautiful poster from our wonderful central copy if you find that useful. So it's important to remember that along with that forward and backward counting sequence, we also need our students to be able to identify the number directly before and after a given number. So if I had more time, I would show you some video examples of that. But this is a picture here of a tool I really like to use. It's the numeral track. And basically it's a flip book for numbers. And it's great because you can open and close it as needed. And students can also do the same thing to check their thinking as they go. So this image here is just me working with a student within the teen numbers, the tricky teens, which are like the bane of my existence sometimes. And we are working on her backwards counting in that range, along with thinking about the number before. All right, our final topic for today is numeral recognition. That is, we want our students to be able to correctly identify numbers and to correctly name numbers. There's so many different activities you can do with this. I'm just going to share a few of my favorites that I have found to be really effective in helping students, especially with what tend to be trickier numbers for students. So you can see here, this is just something I call see, say, sort. So you take blank decks of cards. I know we received some in our kits. And I wrote out numbers that are commonly confused and kind of predictable. So oftentimes students will, you see here, 6 and 9 are confusing. Teens and decaples are often confused or mispronounced. And yeah, here I have a student who struggles with 11, 12, 20, and 21. So we've been working on various combinations of those. You can take these same cards and you can play number battle, which is like old school card game of war. I don't think I need to explain that, but the nice part is they are still saying their numbers as they go and also doing some comparing as well. They really enjoy this. Lastly, I don't know, I called this number find. So I take that deck of 100 cards, I pull out a number range that I want my student working within, and we practice saying those numbers left to right, unless they're teen numbers, the bane of my existence. So anyways, we just flip a card, say it, find it on the board, and be the first to try to get 3 in a row or 4 in a row, or however you want to play. So hopefully those ideas are helpful, and yeah, thanks for listening. All right, I just wanted to leave you all with some final thoughts. First of all, math doesn't have to be hard. To quote Pam Harris, it's figure-outable. Math should be fun. We should do whatever is in our power to make math fun for our students. You are a math person. I'm sorry if you've ever felt otherwise, and I hope that we can do whatever we can so that our students feel the same way. You have the power, skills, and influence to make your students feel confident as mathematicians. We can support our students so that they feel less like this and more like this.
Ta-da! Nice. Okay.
I have a big math brain.
Thanks for following along with me today. As always, feel free to reach out if you have any questions or concerns.